Hello, everyone. On behalf of Click Consulting, we would love to introduce ourselves. My name is Ezekiel Newhouse. My fellow team members are Hannah Adams, Hannah Bradford, Theodore Lyon, Christopher Smyrna, and Alatoyan Alahende. Here at Click Consulting, we believe one click and that's it, meaning we strive to find the most quickest and efficient ways to navigate within your website. We also believe if you implement our recommendations, it may improve your image and brand to the campus while also relieving stress to the students and to be a valuable asset to the university. During this presentation, we'll be going over the statement of need, your company background, external and internal communication, and recommendations. Thank you for your time, and here's Alatoya with the company background.
So, what do you look for in a company? A solid foundation, strong interpersonal skills, or maybe just productivity? Our company has the ability and tools to do it all. We have built an environment with strong relationships where means to improve productivity are constantly developed. With this, we can satisfy our customers while we achieve our company goals and values. I'm Oluwatoyin, and I'll be explaining these values in the following section. Founded by a team of students in October 2012, the main goal of our company was to create a navigation website where your destination to the best customer service and efficiency was merely one click away. Imagine fast forwarding past all the necessary stuff and getting straight to what you're looking for. That's what our company offers. If you're wondering what values make us who we are, it's efficiency, consistency, and open-mindedness. And these values help us emphasize our strong commitment towards our customers, which is the most important thing in a company. Our company has previously worked with projects on Southwire, Greenway, and other Carrollton area companies on more efficient ways of improving communication between employees and consumers. Communication. This is the bedrock for every successful company. The Click Consulting Company prides itself on its effort to internal and external communication. We convey information to employees through an integrated information system that delivers reports, emails, and deadlines. And our meetings are held at the beginning of every week to voice their opinions on how to improve the customer's experience. Clients are made our top priority, and we contact them by following up with them through email and phone calls. And the company plans to open up a new location in Atlanta so we can team up with more companies and launch more projects. And with this, I'll pass it on to my head of human relations, Hannah Adams.
Thank you, Toyin. I'm Hannah Adams, and I'm going to talk to you about a few things that we here at Click Consulting believe could make the UWG Registrar Department one of the top performing departments at the university. A few things we learned about the Registrar Department when we were doing research is that historically, the Registrar Department has not been one of the most outstanding departments at the University of West Georgia. Students often complain about many things having to do with the website and communication that the Registrar Department has now at West Georgia. When doing research on the Registrar Department, we asked a few students to name some things that they've had the biggest issue with during their experience with the Registrar Department. They laid out a few different things, and the most popular were it had a confusing layout that was very hard to navigate. There was a lack of communication between the department and the students, and BandWeb tends to crash during registration periods. We have come up with a plan to help the UWG Registrar Department better organize their website, give updated navigation instructions to better serve the students, and update BandWeb to make sure that during the registration process the students are helped adequately and that the website does not crash. Thank you for your time. I'm now going to turn it over to Hannah Bradford, who will talk to you about the UWG Registrar Department internal communication. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we will discuss the internal communication at the University of West Georgia's Registrar Department. Current methods of internal communication consist of face-to-face, email, and telephone. After contacting the Registrar Department, we discovered that their most heavily utilized way of communicating is done through face-to-face methods. 66.7% of communication is done this way. Communicating in person allows for the point to get across in a very clear manner and allows for more things to be discussed. 22% of communicating is through the telephone. The registrar works very close with other departments. The registrar never hesitates to call if they have any questions or if they need any assistance. 10% is done through email. The Registrar Department uses email to connect with employees in other departments, but this is their least utilized way of communicating. The Registrar Department is split into 3 separate teams, and they meet very regularly, but as a whole, they at least meet once a month to discuss policies, issues, or any changes. Thank you. Now I'm going to pass it over to Chris, who is going to explain external communication within the University of West Georgia.
Thank you. My name is Chris Smurda. I'm the Vice President for Click Consulting. I'll be talking to you guys today about the external communications found at the Registrar Department for the University of West Georgia. So the main forms of communication that the Registrar Department has with the student body and staff is through email. Email is a really good way of getting in touch with a lot of people at one time, but it also seems that it's getting out of date now. Not a lot of people check their email. Not a lot of students check their email, all right? Another form of external communication that Registrar has is through signs, post-it notes through the library, through everything like that. All over campus, you see signs stuck in the ground like that, reminding you to sign up for advising appointments, sign up for registration, stuff like that. A couple ways we can help you guys out with that is making that a lot more present. So a lot more post-it notes and stuff like that. That just gets that repetition through. It also helps out with a lot of more recognition for students knowing the dates and everything like that. And also with email, email is still a really good option, but we should also add in text. A lot of younger generations coming into school now, all they do is text, so got to get on the texting. I know text is already an option, but not a lot of students know about that option. Just making that more prominent, making it more well known. A couple strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the Registrar Department. Starting with strengths, I think that the schedule building is really, really good. That's an awesome feature that is built into the website that allows you to lock in classes, lock in times, lock in professors. Once you find the perfect schedule for you, you can just send that straight to your cart and hit register and you're good to go. A couple weaknesses is the lack of the complication of the process. It's really, really difficult to figure out what you need to do for registration, what sites you need to go to. Once you get to BandWeb, there's a lot going on. Also, the schedule of classes should all be built into that, instead of having to bounce back and forth, figuring out what classes are available when, with what professors you want. If you could just hop that all together, that'd be super, super good. That's what us here at Click Consulting will provide for you guys. We have a web redesign programming. We will always include every feature that is beneficial towards students and make that all on one link. A couple opportunities. We always try to get that repetition out to people. So something that we saw is instead of having a default login screen for the library's computers, you can set that default login screen as a registration schedule and registration information. That's going to reach a lot of students with a lot of dates and everything like that. Whether a student just passes through the library, whether they're just printing off an assignment, or whether they're in there for an all-nighter doing homework. They get that information and they'll hold on to it, all right? A couple threats facing the Registrar Department is their biggest form of communication, email. Like I said before, texting is the new way of communicating. It's the most effective way for students now. A lot of students don't check their email enough to receive updates and everything like that. So getting text out to people and stuff like that is a super good way of reaching a lot of people at once. I'd like to pass it over to my colleague Ted to show you guys the recommendations we have for you.
Thanks, Chris. Hello, I'm Ted Lyon, and I'll be talking about the recommendations that we have for Registrar. When creating these recommendations, we wanted them to have a focus on enriching student interaction in the organization. We've narrowed these recommendations into 3 fields: website navigation, external communication, and promoting registration. Each focus area is one in which Registrar has the opportunity for growth. The first focus area is website navigation. Our 3 recommendations here are to include a new video tutorial, to add a campus map, and to integrate an official schedule of classes to the homepage of the Registrar website. These changes will allow students to better access the resources available to them through Registrar, as well as allowing them to be better informed about their options for classes. Our second focus area is external communication. Our 3 recommendations here are to overhaul your online communication channels, to add physical communication channels, and to encourage the sharing of class syllabuses. These changes will benefit the department by keeping students constantly informed about registration changes and deadlines. An informed student body is also a productive student body, with the hope that this early access to information will allow students to get into the classes that they need more easily. Our third focus area is promoting registration. Our 3 recommendations here are to make deadlines known through a multitude of mediums, to host physical events on campus, and to set up registrar reminders on all campus computers. These changes will benefit registrar by making you more active on campus, which will boost your reputation, increase student awareness, and spread knowledge about your department. This will also help reduce the amounts of emails you receive about simple questions, as well as to help prevent the missing of important registration deadlines by students. Next up in the presentation is my teammate Toyin, who will be guiding you through our summary. Thank you for your time.
In conclusion, we will assure you that we will improve your image and brand within the university. We suggest that you implement new tools for website navigation, new external communication, and promoting registration. By promoting registration, it'll help your students to be aware. So, for example, you can call, email, text, anything just to get the awareness of registration on campus. Thank you for your time. Now we open the floor for questions.
By implementing Click Consulting's recommendations into your everyday department efforts, the Registrar's Office will improve tremendously. Our goal is to make your department run smoothly and successfully. By making changes such as improving the website and the external communication throughout the department, we believe that the image of your department will grow tremendously. Thank you.
We're involved if we use your recommendations. There aren't too many risks, which is a really good thing about the process that we're bringing to you guys. It's a low risk, high reward situation. We're not really changing the way you guys do things, we're just making it better. Email is out of date, texting is in. Also the web page that needed to be redesigned anyways. I'm sure Registrar is well aware of that, and us here at Click Consulting, we're more than happy to help you guys out. We're more than qualified. We've been doing this for a long time. We know what we're doing. You guys are in good hands with us. Thank you.
So the question is, how will physical events improve the department image? Physical events on UWG are a staple of the most successful organizations here. Other departments, such as Live West and Dine West, often have booths set up or host events for students to attend, and these help by boosting student engagement within those respective departments. At these events, Registrar could hand out picture guides on registration, answer questions for students, and allow students to recommend teachers and classes. Students could be encouraged to attend with food, extra credit offered by teachers, or for the social aspect. This recommendation would benefit Registrar's reputation and help students who feel stuck by allowing them to have a place where they could feel free to ask for questions that they need answering. We believe it is the right step that Registrar needs to take to move forward.
Working with Click Consulting would be a great choice because we have a long list of satisfied clients, and our top level consultants will do everything they can to help your department reach its full potential, and we will stop at nothing to make sure that you will always be satisfied with our services.
Why should we trust your recommendations to improve our department or organization now and into the future? A valid reason would be to look at the testimonials from companies like Greenway or Southwire, and also compare that before and after Click Consulting. We guarantee results.
Which recommendation do I think is the most crucial? In my opinion, I say that promoting registration is the most crucial, because in order to have awareness of registration, you need to advertise it and promote it. If students don't know about registering and which classes they need to take, then there's no awareness.